Hello and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Jahan, and today I'm going to be taking you through some designer dupes that I've seen on ASOS. So if you like that thing, don't forget to subscribe and give this video a like because it really helps my channel. So I did a video about why you shouldn't buy fakes online or anywhere really, and I said that I was going to look for some designer dupes. So these are the ones I found at sort of high street prices, quite inexpensive dupes that I've found. I'm going to be really honest as I am with all my reviews. Some of them are much better than others now I've seen them in person, and looking, definitely I've got them all in front of me here, some do look better than others and are much better quality than others, but I think that's the nature of the high street. After I've done this video, I am going to start looking for ones which are probably £100 plus and look at that price range as well to see what other dupes you can get at that price. But all of these are really inexpensive. They are under £50 or it might even be under £40, and they were all from ASOS. So I bought them from ASOS because I know ASOS is really accessible to everybody and you can find that stuff online really easily. So the first couple, which I think look like they could be from the same sort of fashion house, they are Fendi dupes. I'm just looking down at my phone here just to get you the price. And the first one is this one, which is this butter yellow bag, and it's a baguette style bag with this sort of clasp here, which doesn't attach to anything, but it does have a what's it called? A magnetic fastening with a zip open pocket here, which is quite handy here. And this bag is by Glamorous. And this one was actually only £11.20, and I think it's because ASOS are doing quite a lot of 20% off promotions at the moment, or just discounts at the moment across site-wide almost every single day, so there really isn't any need to pay anything full price really on ASOS. But it comes with this strap. It's adjustable but barely, so it's not really crossbody. It's definitely a shoulder bag, but maybe a longer shoulder bag. And yeah, this is one I found which looks a bit like, I think, a Fendi baguette. It's got that style there. If you want to maybe get a bag like this because you're thinking about getting the Fendi baguette but you're not sure if the shape is going to be right for you, this is a good one to get just to trial around, where see how much you actually gravitate towards it or pick it up or find the shape helpful before considering saving or spending on a bag that's over £1,000. So this is the first one. And then the second one that I picked up is a bit more psychedelic. Again, it has that Fendi baguette feel. This is definitely early 2000s feel, but it's called the 70s bag, and it's lilac and greens and limes, and it's got this gold emblem here, or gold clasp here. This is ASOS design. It's just one big opening with again a magnetic opening here. And this also reminded me of the Fendi bag. It's that kind of psychedelic look, very colourful, very Fendi, with this gold detailing here. It's complete shoulder bag, so it's a complete armpit bag, so really is very much like that baguette style, so that's what they've gone for here. So this is an £18 bag, and it's material again, it's sort of like nylon feeling bag, but this again reminded me of the Fendi baguette. The next bag really reminded me of the Balenciaga Hourglass Bag, and that's just simply because it's not completely straight here. It's got that kind of flap that the Balenciaga Hourglass Bag has, and it's slightly lifted here, so that sort of bridge here. And this obviously is covered in graffiti, and this one, yeah, it really reminded me of it, which is why I picked this one up. It has one big opening here, and it also has a long chain strap for you to wear crossbody. So if I'm really honest with you, this bag does feel incredibly cheap in person. It's definitely got a look, and I think it would be really good to take photos with and things, but it definitely does feel incredibly cheap in person. This bag was £18. I don't even know whether I would pay even £18 for this, just because it does feel so cheap. It does give you that look, if that's the look you're going for and you don't want to spend money on the Balenciaga bag. It's obviously not in the right prints or the graffiti across it, but I still think it's a cool looking bag. The next bag I'm going to talk to you about is this Topshop mini crop bag, and I thought this was so cute. This reminds me of the kind of Jacquemus style bags. It's really, really tiny. You wouldn't be able to fit your phone in here. This is my phone in comparison, so you'd barely be able to squeeze that in there. And I just thought this was actually a really cute bag. It looks quite nice in person as well. Although it's quite inexpensive, this one was £23. It doesn't actually look or feel that cheap, and it comes with a long body strap as well too, so you can wear it crossbody. But I think this is actually quite a nice bag. I love the colour. I think it's really nice for spring, summer. And yeah, it's a nice Topshop design bag actually. So if you're looking for a small bag but you don't want to spend £250 on a Jacquemus tiny bag, then this bag, yeah, £23 for the look, for much less. I think this one's definitely worth it. Now this bag is another small armpit bag, and it reminds me a little bit of two brands. So it's just a small sort of pochette style bag here with some sort of monogramming on it. And it reminds me just a bit of, obviously, the Louis Vuitton small pochette bags that you can get, but also a little bit of Gucci as well, because it has this clasp here, which sort of looks a bit like a horse bit from a distance. And yeah, it's a tiny little bag. It's got, again, that early 2000s feel. It's got a zip-up pocket here. I actually think this is actually quite cute. This one was £16, and it is, but it's ASOS design 90s bag, which it definitely is. It's definitely that tiny little under the armpit pochette style bag. And I actually think if you're thinking about getting the Louis Vuitton, then this is definitely an option just to pick up, see how you go with this for like 6 months or so, or a few months, and see whether you actually reach for a bag like this. Because actually I think it's actually quite cute to walk around with, see how you work with it before actually flogging out for the most expensive one. I think this is a pretty good dupe. It looks quite well made. There aren't any snags on it or anything like that. So yeah, I would recommend this one if you're looking for like a pochette style dupe that you want to try out, or you just don't want to spend that on Louis Vuitton. So the next bag I've got is a dupe of the Chanel 19 that's by a brand called Ego. I don't know this brand, but it is a one that you can find on ASOS, and it's a dupe of the Chanel 19 in silver and gold. And this is the bag here. So this one was, let me see how much it was. It was £16.15, so it must have been in a discount of 20% or something off. And yeah, this is the bag. I think it's got that, definitely got that Chanel 19 look. It's got this gold chain that sits under here. This gold chain is plastic. It's incredibly light and flimsy, as you'd probably expect. It's only £16.15. The plastic that covers it feels like the sort of plastic that eventually will start to peel and go again, but it has, again, that look. It's got a twist clasp here, and just one large pocket like that here. So it isn't an expensive bag. It's definitely the look for like thousands of pounds less, with this gold sort of Chanel-esque side chain with the silver sort of faux leather running through the plastic chain. I don't know. I think this is a good looking dupe. It's such a shame that it's not got better materials, because if it had better materials it would be a really ideal dupe to buy before investing in a Chanel 19, if that's the route you want to go down, or if you didn't want to invest in it, just having it as a nice dupe. It's a shame it's not bigger, because it is quite a lot smaller. Here's my mobile phone. It's a Max for comparison, so it's much smaller than a Chanel 19 as well, but it's just not very well made, and that's what I'm finding actually. This is a good learning for me, because I've not bought from ASOS for a long time, that a lot of the stuff actually isn't as well made as it used to be when I used to shop in ASOS back in the day. Things have really, I don't know whether it's because they've got so many brands on there now, so they're not really doing sort of like control on the quality control on what's on there, but it's not as well made as things used to be on ASOS. Last two bags are the best two, I think, because I've saved the best two till last, and this one is a dupe of the Prada bag, and it has that sloping edge as well here, so you can see here it's really copied the shape to, I think this is really cute bag. It comes in lilac too, and it's £18, and it fits just under the armpit too, so it's an armpit bag and a really good copy of the Prada bag. It does just have a magnetic fastening here. You can easily fit your phone inside this bag like that, like so here, so phone, things like that, you'd be able to fit really easily in this bag. And I think if you're considering the Prada bag, but you just want to test out a bag shape and whether it would work for you, I think this is actually worth it. I've seen the Prada bag up close, and it isn't as This is maybe slightly smaller than the Prada one, but it's a really similar size too. But I think this is a really good dupe. So the final bag is the best till last. I've saved it to last. It's by My Accessories. It's £22 and it is this dupe of the Chanel Reissue. It's got the Chanel shaped bag here along the side here. That's very much Chanel shaped along here, and then it's just got a twist lock there, and it's one big compartment too. So it's even got these sorts of loopholes, just like the Chanel bags here, and it's meant to be crossbody. I think it's a bit short to be crossbody, to be honest, but it's got one long gold chain that sits across the top like Chanel bags do, and you can double it up and wear it just as a normal shoulder bag like this here. I think this is a really good dupe. It's got chevroning, crosshatch, sorry, just like the Chanel, the quilting, just like the Chanel bags. And for £22, this is definitely a look of a Chanel bag if you don't want to spend £6,000 on a Chanel bag. This is the best one of them all. It's probably made the best as well. The faux leather feels actually quite nice. It feels really good quality for £22. I think this is a really good dupe. It's nice and roomy. I think if you just had this under your arm and you're walking by, people wouldn't think anything of it. They wouldn't necessarily think it's a fake, but they wouldn't, you know. It's a really good dupe, I think. And I think out of all the bags I've picked, this is the best one. The others, I would say, are a little bit hit and miss in quality. I'll put a picture of this bag, of the ASOS model wearing this bag too, but the links will be below. So my thoughts on these dupe bags, I actually think it's probably a bit of an ASOS fail. There are definitely more duds than wins. I'd say there's only a couple of wins out of all these bags. I think the moral of the story is that you're gonna have to go a little bit more expensive if you want a decent dupe. So I'm gonna start looking at the ones that are just between £100 and £300 bags and have a look at that kind of price range to see if what dupes I can find and get back to you on those. These, I think, they're fun bags, but they're cheap and they are fast fashion bags, and we all know how we feel about fast fashion now. We're trying to limit our expense and limit our exposure to buying things that are poorly made, that are going to break quickly and end up in landfill. Not sure about that. I thought it would be a lot more successful and much easier. I think in my head I'm still thinking I would rather save for something that I really love, rather than spend small bits of money everywhere on things that aren't so greatly made. But let's see how we do at the £100 to £300 mark, and if we can find any good dupes there. And if I can't find any great dupes in that £1,000 to £300 mark, what I will do is I will look for just nice, good quality made bags that are under £1,000, which I would recommend that you pick up instead of going up that really high-end route. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next video. Take care.